Hello, here is Night 447. First of all, so that you don't get frustrated, this is a beginning of the tutorial for creating a select screen. There will not be a practice in this video, just theory. In the next video, we'll start with the practice. In this one, I'm going to explain some important fundaments of the process. And you can learn a lot with some reverse engineering. As the selection screen can be different and vary from game to game, it's important that you understand how it works. So let's get started. I need to tell you some things about learning. One of the best ways to learn is making in reverse engineering. What is a reverse engineering in the Unreal Engine? Well, we'll find out what do what, and you learn with the process. Like you have action, and you want to know what make it actions happen. In most of the cases, the action is triggered by an input, and in the middle, what happening here is that you need to know to understand what it do, what do it do, and how you can reproduce these steps. In this example, I can tell you the input to grab, and the action is the pickup object. Pickup. In that case, we can see our codes. I will open the Unreal. I have my scene right here. In the older versions of the Unreal Engine, the inputs is in the edit project settings, and inputs you find it right here, engine input. But in the new versions of the Unreal Engine, like this one, this Unreal Engine 5, we'll find the inputs in the content browser. In this case, in this project, is in the folder inputs, and you will have a lot of inputs here and an input mapping. That input mapping is where all the inputs is on it. So I want to see what the grab input does. So I will click here, AI input action P1 player 1 grab pickup. So I will see what's the K of the input, gamepad face button right, that means the B button for Xbox controller, and circle button to PlayStation controls, and keyboard age. Okay, so what you need to do here, what you need to know, this name AI P1 grab pickup. If we find this in our charter, let me close all this, close the other tabs, and I open our charter. Open asset, player controller. Let's open the player controller, and we find our input here. Let me see the name again. Grab underline pickup. Grab underline pick up. I can see here is the input dot grab. I will find out what it does. I will find what it does following the programmation line. The programmation line is the white line, and this is the our input to player one to pick and grab objects. Here is a cast node. That means it's casting to our side character playable. If valid, means that each character is valid. This action will be triggered. Note that is in blue because it's referencing another action, another event. So double click on it and you find the custom event. This is a pick up, grab, collect event created by user because it's custom event, and I will follow the programmation line, the white line. So it calls grab collect action called. I will double click on it, and you can see that is in here. We will show our location in the code, and I'll keep following the white line. If not executing a ragdoll, if not executing, true. This is a macro if the grab or pickup is not disabled. If not, we continue to validate the collectible, and it means the this actor class right here to know if the item is collectible. If you are in the collectible area, it's will happen. The collectible is valid, and if it's true, it select the moment and you charter into. If he's in the ground, will happen here. Here. If you no, do nothing. In the air, do nothing because nothing is linked with it. So if not ignoring attack input, this branch means that. If not ignoring, we'll play an in montage. You get the combat data component, and we'll play this animation that you have here, the beating up enemy asset I am pickup item. So we in the end we'll play this anime montage. Okay, this anime montage is the what we want here. See the action that was as making player pick up is anime montage. Now if you want to see what does anime montage do to pick up an item, you just need to follow the code of the montage. In this case, combat data component pick up item. I'll click on the combat data component right here, and I'll select. I find pickup item. Double click. What this montage do? Let's see. Well, the first part in here in the top is in default groups is the animation itself. Is green blocks right here. In the note files, where the magic happens. See in the BP and pickup collectible is the moment that you charter will collect the item. So if we need to know what happens here, we just click on it, right click, open notify blueprint, and here we'll see the code. When receive notify, that means the notify begins. he gets the owner of mesh, that means the player, and cast to parent side scroller charter, that means the parent of the NPC and playable classes, and give the order to execute this event here, pick up consumable. I as the other codes, I can double click in here and it goes to pick up consumable. Well, okay, in here we find the pickup consumable, but we don't know what it do because it's not linked with nothing. And what is do? Well, I don't know, because we are in the parent classes, and parent classes has parent events, that means that one, and it will trigger it in the child classes. So we can find what do in the child classes, right clicking on here, and let me see, find references. Let me put by name. Okay, in here we see only the pickup consumable, that is this one, but we can click on this find in all blueprints, this icon right here. You can click and we find it. It shows me where this it shows where this event is calling. So you can click here, for example, and we go to our base charter, pick up, and get the collectible object, the same that we find in other case, and we can click in every instance of the called object to know where is happening. Okay, so keep it in mind when you study reverse engineering in your codes. You can click if you don't find what you want. You just can find reference and find it in all blueprints. Clicking here, find in all blueprints, and you find out where the code goes and where it's referenced. I will see what the event does. In this case, the event is right here in the below to our codes, and this code does get the actor that we stepping up, that we overlapping, and cast to collectible master, that means the master class of the items collectibles, and it identifies the type of the object, in this case food, drink, and weapon is not implemented yet, and apply damage. Well, in this case, if is this food, so the damage is a negative damage, means that you don't lose life, you got life. I can change it if I want, but I will let the standards. I double click here to see what it does, and is the code to destroy object when I pick it up. If I disable this, the food never will disappear, and it how what happens when the charter grab an item. This input make him play animation, play anim, and this animation make the charter pick up the object. This action right here we understand because we did a reverse engineering. Okay, a reverse engineering is the best way to you learn how to do something. Okay, in the fact you need to discover what will, let me clean it up. The reverse engineering make you discover what the input or trigger does to the action that you want to learn. You find out what it does and how it does to discover how the action that you want is done. Well, is the part of the thing that I need to teach you before we make the select screen. Okay, now I'll tell a little bit about our select screen. There are some things that we need to know. We have some things that can make the selection screen works. So we need the input to select. We need the input to choose. In this case, I'll put select. I'll put this pick character. Well, let's suppose that we had two characters to select. One here, one here. And this is here, two character will you change on this or one this, okay? And this input right here will pick one of this and make in your character that we will use. How to do this? First thing, we need to know what we want, because there's a lot of ways that you can make a selection screen, and we need to know if we want the selection screen work with mouse or keyboard, or mouse and keyboard. But first of all, I need to tell you something about the level and selections. When you make a selection screen, you can do in the same level. You can do your select screen here in this level, or we can make level to select screen, then you go to your playable level. Why use one or another? Why? This mode, you need to make your select screen in the level that you want to player spawn. I don't recommend this because you probably will be level 1, level 2, level 3, and yada yada. So I don't recommend you make the character select screen in the level that you play, because you need to make it all over and over again, the select for each level. In this case here, you can do the variable level 1, variable level 2, variable level 3, and the set screen will work for each level that you make. You just need to load the level before you play. So you select the screen, select the character, then you load these characters in the level that you want to spawn. But there is a little complication here. Not so complicated, but we have a level here, or a level, and we have some variables. When you load another level, this level is unloaded for the memory of the computer. This level here is your character. Select. Okay, I think you understand. And when we load another level, the variables of this level here will be lost forever. Why? Why this happening? Why? Because one level is an instance totally different of the other level. This is different that, this is different that, this is different that. So how can we save our variables to load another level? Not talking about save games right now, but you can save your variables in the game instance. Well, when we save these variables in the game instance, this game instance is the same for each level. That means if you don't close your game, you don't reset your game or PC, with this game instance will be accessible by this level. You can pick the variable that you put in here and you transfer it for this level or for this level right here. And so the magic happens here. You pick that variables and your select screen, save them to your beaten up game instance. In the beaten up game instance, you can open and save and spawn character in that level right here. Okay, so I will show you how to make it in the next video, and you will know that's not hard to do. Remember that we're not talking about save game yet. It's not. It's just to save variables in the memory. Okay? Save game we can talk in the future, but for now is that I want to tell you guys. So I will show in the practice in our next video, but I need to give this little lesson to make you understand how you can learn without another person teach you what to do, just making your study, just making reverse engineering and in these systems. For example, we in the beaten up demo, we has a select screen. It's not a select screen that you mean that shows the face of character and nothing like this, but you have a menu that select the character, and this menu save these variables in the game instance. In this case, in this very specific case of the demo, this game instance is loaded on the same level, but you can do the same for another level. Okay? Well, as we seen how things work, and we done a kind of reverse engineering. So let's open the default level that has menu, charter selection menu. Let's open maps, beaten up example demo level. In the demo level, when we hit play, we see this screen right here. So what this screen does? This screen makes you select your charter, your life bar, on or off the friendly fire, and play your game. But what we need to know right here is this selection charters and now how it works to make our own charter selection screen. So I can hit play. The white male is selected. So to do that, let's open this blueprint here in the user interface menu, demo level, and this widget right here. Double click on it. Let's put it here, and it is a text box that contains the options that we want to select. The option is in default options, index 0 white male, index 1 blue male, index 2 white male, index 3 blue male. Well, here we can add more index if we want to, but just for understand what's happening here, we go to the codes. We can go right here on select on change, or we can go direct on the graph and find the item that we want to find about. In this case, combo box string 0. We can go here, and in combo box string 0 we can find reference by name on selection change. The same thing if I click on here, select it, and go to here, because is the selection change has a code on it, so we can click here and go to the same place, same code, and in every string that I have the combo box on change, it do something to our code. That means it get the beaten up game instance, get selected player charter, and set array element. Index 0 for player 1, and here the difference of each one of these is the white male will set this variable to white male, and the blue male set this variable here to blue male, and it goes on. Well, what this actually happens is when I click on this checkbox right here, it selects the string and set that variable in the beat 'em up game instance. So it saved that information on the beat 'em up game instance that can be loaded in another level. And after that, we will play the game. In this case, this selection here is called in the level. So let me open here to you know what is happening. Where is again? Okay. Open level blueprint. In this right here, it calls the add menu. The add menu is this custom event right here. It gets the demo menu. If it's not valid, it create the widget, the UI menu, set the demo menu to this one right here, and add it to viewport. So it's the controller of the character to use mouse cursor, show mouse cursor, and this part you don't need right now because it's in game, it's a pause game. If it is not valid, you call the pause menu. It's the same menu but with some choices disables. Then what's happening is just this menu is called on the start level and enable my mouse, and I select my character right here and I hit play. When I hit play, we have another code to do that. So on click it, let's check what it's doing right here. When we click play, it will make our first start to false, making this sequence right here to occur. So it gets the beat 'em up game instance, the selected player char that the variable saved in your beat 'em up game instance, and get the player 1. The player 1 has index 0, and spawn a player spawner. The player spawner is responsible to spawn our character in the level, and it the code that the player spawner runs. So what it get here is get the playable character index 0, and it transfer this data to our player spawner. That means the player character to spawn is that one who's was selected in the selected player char, and the spawn generic player is the custom event to spawn this character in any level that it was loaded. Okay, so this one here is to remove the widget of the scene. Remember that sequence, it occurs the first one, then second one, then third, then fourth, and goes on. Here is the get all acts of class and set the beat 'em up active camera. This is a code that needs to run because if you don't put it in here, the camera will have a problem. In this case, it don't occur the problem, but to avoid the problem, we will need always to set the beat 'em up active camera when you spawn a new charter. Okay, probably this is occurring in this code is occurring inside the display spawner, but to avoid bugs, we do this again to make it safe. And this update life bar is also needed because is the component that will be activated to the life bar of your charter. Well, basically what we do here, you may understand because we study a little about this how it works. Remember, inverse engineering is one of the best ways to learn. So keep it in mind. In the next classes, I'll show you how to do our own charter select screen a little less computer, if I can say a thing like that. A little more beaten up, stylized, if I can say a thing like that. So I thank you for you seeing this video, and thank you for you share with your friends, you like and your subscribe. Thank you for all these things, and stay tuned. See you next time. Goodbye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bora! Hora do show!
Enemy spotted.
And welcome to the unreal world.